The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side.
And the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
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 That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
Okay. Timer is running. Here we go. Boxing B-Sides. We are back to talk the fights. Joined by the one and only Saul Goodman and Josh.
Happy to be back.
Well, we don't have any MMA to talk this time. I'm sure you're both celebrating. If you want to hear the MMA chatter, go over to Ultimate Effing Casuals. Wherever you're listening to this, you could find that as well. I think it's MMA's Ultimate Effing Casuals. Had to add that SEO bit onto it. Let's get right into the news. Canelo Mbili has been postponed.
What?
Likely until October.
Damn, Canelo really doesn't own the September or May dates anymore.
The fact that he got moved is actually crazy.
To make room for Garcia Ben
Yeah, that's even happening.
is what Ring Magazine says.
Is that what Ring Magazine is saying? Is that Canelo got bumped?
Yeah, got bumped to October to make room for Garcia Ben on September 12th. Which is Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
Like, what's going on?
You know what, man? What the fuck?
I think this is part of Turkey's desire to broker peace amongst the promoters.
Yeah.
And so he's bumping Canelo off of a really important boxing date. And he's giving it up to Golden Boy and Zuffa.
To Ryan. I mean, hey, if it works, it works, you know? We'll see what happens, but to give it to Ryan, it's pretty freaking funny.
That it's quite it's an interesting choice, to say the least. It makes me wonder, just when I think about the other possible fighters to take those important dates, does Ryan speak Spanish? I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, and Conor Ben only speaks Turkish in addition to English, so not sure. So we'll have to see. They'll probably stack it full of Mexicans, though, the undercard. Like, I'm sure... they'll stack it full of Mexicans. So... I was going to say, who could they put on it? Because Benavidez is a main card headliner guy, so...
It would be good to see him swoop in and take it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like, who's his benefactor? Is he also a Turkey action figure?
Who's benefactor?
Benavidez.
Benavidez is currently Turkey, but honestly, I think he's kind of closer to a free agent.
It's like a Turkey adjacent.
Turkey adjacent is a good way to put it, I think.
Yeah.
He's still tied to Samson. He seems happy there.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson wants to fight Gary Antoine Russell next. His words, he will bring the best out of me. Does Gar duck Shakur?
I think he does. Because you're telling me that Shakur wants him. GAR doesn't want him.
Yeah, he made that pretty clear in his last post-fight interview.
Yeah, but see, you're telling me that after that post-fight interview that he's gonna wanna duke it out with Shakur?
I mean, I guess there's I feel like depends on who it's with. If it's with Zuffa, fuck that, you're not getting paid. If it's with like a turkey event, yeah, you're gonna get paid, and it's worth giving it a go. Especially because with Shakur, there's zero risk of getting hurt.
Well, you know what? I gotta disagree. Teofimo looked fucked up that last time around.
All right, but I think Gar is better than Teofimo. At least his hands will be up to not get pasted like that.
Not wrong. You're not wrong.
And I don't think Shakur will be as motivated to provide that pasting.
You're not wrong.
Jaron Ennis is already in talks with Sebastian Fundora to unify titles.
See, I'm. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm of the side that says that that's not gonna happen. Nothing ever happens with Sebastian Fundora. I've had enough hope for the last few years that Fundora would fight a live body. It's been, what? I think it's been 2 years since he's gotten his belt, right? He's gotten his championship belt for 2 years, and who has he fought? Cordell Booker, Tim Tszyu twice, and Keith Thurman. And he said he's not going to fight Virgil. He's only going to fight guys in the PBC, within the PBC ranking. That's Spence. That's Charlo. So.
Man, Prime Jermel would have been. This would have been cool with Prime Jermel, but.
Oh yeah, we don't got Prime Jermel anymore.
No. Whatever. Honestly, Ennis, if there's anyone who can cross the pond or cross the street, so to say, with Fundora, it would be Ennis. Ennis has been very PBC aligned in his career and very. PBC has treated him pretty equitably and dealt with him pretty cordially.
Yeah, I mean, let him fight Stanionis.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I'm especially with Ennis's now profile, where excluding the Matchroom debuff, his profile is actually getting there. There would be, there's gonna be a point where his profile is enough just to cash Fundora out because, Fundora is very clearly a guy that they're maneuvering towards a cash out. So you just have to be the guy that you can be cashed out against.
I don't see it going anywhere. I mean, I think this is the first time that they've had Fundora haven't been in talks with anybody outside of the PBC area.
But Virgil, not Virgil. Boots is PBC aligned for most of his career.
Yeah, so they had a good relationship with them.
Yeah, it's still a good relationship. It was an amicable, you're leaving because most of 154 exists outside of PBC.
Yeah.
But, I think this is mainly just let's explore our options. Our options are Fundora or Kelly. Let's try Fundora first because Kelly is... In-house. I feel like the hope for Kelly... it's in-house, but I feel like the hope for Kelly is that Virgil takes him out, so that way we have the undisputed unification in-house with Virgil.
But that's not happening either. Josh Kelly's not going to fight Virgil.
Well, it's not up to Kelly.
Well, no, the reason I say that is because I'm not saying Josh Kelly's, I'm sorry, I wrote that wrong. Virgil's not going to fight Josh Kelly because that's IBF rankings, and with the
The rehydration.
rehydration clause,
Oh my God.
Robert straight out said he's not fighting for the IBF. He can't.
Jesus.
Virgil can't.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna make a joke. I couldn't even make a joke about like an allergy to belts. No, the rehydration does screw him there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, so I guess again, Fundora's still the hardest belt to reach over and get. Kelly's always there for Boots.
I feel like since it's gonna be good enough time between July and late in the year that they can.
Kelly will end up working out with Boots. I thought he wasn't even going to fight Zayas. I thought it was going to go straight to Kelly. So I feel like but again, Kelly's always there.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be Kelly late in the year, probably in the UK or in Saudi Arabia on a Riyadh card.
Yeah.
And,
Or maybe in America. I mean, they haven't really put Boots on a Riyadh card.
Yeah, you got to see that they're depends on how they're able to fill out those cards.
I mean,
If
they really don't have to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just depends on how. Because I was gonna say there's a couple of those Riyadh cards that like they struggle to fill out, so they move fights over to those ones.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But Boots is not really after what happened this weekend. We'll talk about it more right now. But he's not a co-main type of guy anymore.
They'll put like I don't think Boots cares that much about that in a way, like
he doesn't have an ego.
Yeah, like he has an ego
Whoa.
when he has an ego about the way he fights in the ring.
Yeah,
and how he perceives his opponents to be inferior, but he doesn't let that ego drip into fight negotiations.
Yeah, that's true.
Like very, very easily, like, yeah, I'll trim the beard. Yeah, we'll do it here. Yeah, like a lot of things.
I'll be the B side.
Yeah, he'll be the B side.
Because you know why? Because he's confident in himself.
Like I think the only hardliner he has are the gloves I've seen from him.
Yeah, because he's always worn the same gloves.
He wears horsehair grants. The horsehair grants. I think that's the only hard line I've seen in any negotiations. Otherwise, he's pretty easygoing. Especially like a prospect of his talent would probably not be very happy about being on Showbox for that long. Or fighting guys like Stanionis or Lipinets for rankings. Like you'd want to skip the line if you know what you are. But
Boots has had a very slow build up.
But the ego's never been there in the out of the ring stuff. So
I'm gonna tell you guys a very interesting opinion. I think if Boots was with Top Rank instead of PBC for the beginning, I feel like he would be a lot more known, a lot more well known, a lot more popular.
I agree because that was the end of their ESPN deal. So he would have been around. He would have been around for their ESPN deal. I agree. The really funny part is that his first title fight at 147 would have still been like you would have either had him fight Crawford really early on, or it would have been right as Crawford left 147, and it would have been like completely by design.
Well, you would have him versus Brian Norman Jr. because it would be the WO for sure.
No, but that's but Brian Norman has come around pretty recently.
Well, yeah, 2024.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I'm thinking like Boots was ready like when he beat Lipinets.
Yeah, I mean honestly, you could argue he was ready before that.
Boots is pretty ready at like let me see when that was exactly. That was 2021. So, yeah. So I was gonna say he probably. I still think. I think you know what? I don't think Boots at that stage. He was the goods. But I don't think Boots at that stage, mainly because Crawford hadn't like really shown any signs of age yet. Like he was right in his prime, and Boots still wasn't. Like it would have been a cool fight, clear Crawford win, and then Boots would have rebuilt and then kicked the shit out of Norman and then kept moving.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, with PBC, they really should have had a fight Spence.
I feel like it was partially retaliatory because Boots refused to fully commit. He liked that flexibility of being a free-ish agent. But also, Boots is so obviously good. Like, if you're watching him from his Showbox days, like, it's the same Boots.
Yeah, to a fault in some cases, which we'll go over later.
I don't think we can slag him for that, considering the way I'd much rather a guy who is that much better than his opponents fight like that as a fan than become incredibly negative.
Oh, I agree, 100%. I would much rather watch Boots like this, but it frustrates me too because it's like, come on, you can do two things at once, and we'll talk about it right now.
I know. We'll get.
I'm like,
can we skip it? Can we skip the line to the? we could. We'll
Nah.
finish the news. And, we'll finish the news, and we can get to the
fights.
What we're drooling over. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Mayweather Pacquiao 2 has been postponed.
What?
What a surprise! I know.
Oh my God!
Can you believe it? The fight that the fans have been clamoring for has been pushed back. I can't believe it.
Dude, I'm fucking surprised.
What?
Please don't tell me the Zambides fight is not happening. Please tell me.
And the Mike
that one already
Tyson
got
fight.
canceled.
The bit's over.
I was gonna say Zambides already got canceled a while ago.
Yeah, that was supposed to have happened like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mayweather tried to make the Zambides fight outside of his promotional engagement with CSI Sports or something like that.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah. So they canceled the Zambides fight, and then these postponements have come separately of that. Overall, Mayweather, it's sad to see, but at the same time, because he spent his career being a douchebag, it's also kind of funny.
I just think that it's such delicious irony to have the guy who his entire thing was, I retired on my own terms, I kept all my money, I don't need to come back, these exhibitions are just for fun, be like, oh my god, how's Adrian Broner in better financial shape than you right now?
With his kick streaming.
Unironically, Broner is doing better than Mayweather financially, which is...
Mayweather cutting bad checks.
Show this to someone in 2017, by the way, and they might...
They will laugh at you. Vomiting laugh.
Yeah. No, I just think, this all that you could... If you really want to reach at straws, if you're a real Al Heyman hater, you can blame Al Heyman for being in poor health for this. Because Al Heyman had pretty strict control over his finances with the allowances and everything. And then he had some health problems, and then now Mayweather all of a sudden has control over all his money at once, and then here it is. Here's the result. If we can pull at straws, you can still blame Al Heyman.
Can't help but want to blame Al Heyman because he's at fault for everything. So
he's at fault for everything. He still owes people $486. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Those kind of debts, how does Al Heyman consider himself a respectable businessman? Tank has been named champion in Recess, and the WBA lightweight title will be faced off between Lucas Body and Floyd Schofield.
Floyd Schofield in 6.
Schofield should win that in 6. Will the USB plug make an appearance though.
There's a chance. I'm not gonna lie.
Lucas Body poisons Floyd Schofield
With meth.
with something, makes him have to shove cables up his nose. And last bit of news, Dmitry Bivol will be undergoing elbow surgery. By the time you're hearing this, he should have already gone under the knife. And his WBO mandatory has been called Callum Smith. So if he wants to keep that title, he's going to have to face Callum Smith.
That's such a good fight, guys.
Oh man, depends on how big the ring is. That is a fight that will depend on how big the ring is. If the ring is huge, it will be so unwatchable, and it will not be Bivol's fault. If the ring is small, it'll be a fun little shootout.
Well, yeah, you know, I gotta say, Callum Smith will bring it.
He always does.
He always brings it.
But that's it for the news. Let's get this out of the way so that we could get to the shit that we really want to talk about. Social media stuff. LVX Media Net. That's the handle on everything. Hit us up. Whatever. Leave comments and shit. Really helps. If you could leave a rating wherever you're listening, that is the best way to help the podcast grow. Helps us move up the search algorithm. And if you're feeling extra, why not leave a review? Those take just a little bit more effort. lvxmedia.net/boxing. That is the URL to the calendar. And while you're there, check out the written content. We've got stuff on the heavyweights coming out. We have the Pro Box stuff that just came out. Why don't you go have a read? Is there anything worse than that nagging suspicion that you clicked on the wrong thing? We use our devices for everything now. For banking, shopping, connecting with friends and family. And it's stressful to have to constantly worry if your data is safe while you're just trying to live your life. Good security shouldn't be complicated, and it definitely shouldn't slow you down. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Malwarebytes. It's the next generation of security designed to give you complete peace of mind without requiring a degree in computer science to use it. You just set and forget. With Malwarebytes, you install it once and it just works. It provides top-tier protection against malware, spyware, ransomware, all the hits, all the big ones, all the nasty stuff. And it even cleans up existing infections and optimizes your device. It's like having a security expert monitoring your devices 24/7. I spent nearly 20 years in the IT industry, and I trust Malwarebytes for all my security needs. Go to lvx.be/mwb, shop the different subscription tiers. You got single devices or family plans. You can look at their VPN option and ad blocking. Try it risk-free today. lvx.be/mwb. Get yourself a nice discount and help us out in the process. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. After spending 6 years in the military and throughout my life since, I've tried my fair share of energy drinks. All the different brands, all the different flavors, and it took some time to find a favorite. But if you're looking for an alternative to the energy drink jitters and skipping the morning trip to the coffee shop, then you need to try Dubby. Dubby is a powdered energy drink that replaces other caffeine beverages. It contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 fillers, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and no proprietary blends. The star of the show is the coffee fruit extract, which helps with focus without the jitters or crash. Go to lvx.be/dubby and check out all the different flavors. I got Tiger's Blood. It's like a strawberry coconut kind of mix, but I'm definitely going to be sampling the catalog to find the flavor that I like best. We've partnered with Dubby to get that locked-in feeling that helps us focus on what we do best. Whether you're getting dialed in for work or getting dialed in for Saturday night fights, let Dubby be your fuel. Go to lvx.be/Dubby to shop the flavors, get yourself a nice discount, and help us out in the process. That's lvx.be/DUBBY. Let's see, the reviews. First things first. No Limit at the Pat Rafter Arena in Tennyson, Queensland, Australia. Liam Paro gets the UD over Lewis Crocker to claim the IBF welterweight title. Isn't that nice? The Liam Paro cleanup of the division begins now.
God damn, finally. Crocker's gone.
2 division champ Liam Paro.
That too. God, and Liam Paro's probably going to have to fight Paddy Donovan next. So
He is. That's his mandatory.
Yeah, that's his mandatory. So get rid of him.
Just knock him out. And then he's going to fight Karen Chikadzian after that, though.
Yeah, get rid of these guys. Paro is probably the best ever Australian, other than like, was it Nikita Zoo? Was the
brother?
No, the father. Fuck, was the
Costa.
father? Costa Zoo. Costa Zoo. Costa Zoo. It's a Russian Australian.
We could start calling this the Fab Four.
We can count Costa Zoo as the best Australian, but I like Liam Paro as well.
It's the Fab Four, guys. We got Chukazakazian. We got Karen. Shout out to his name. We got Karen, Donovan, Paro, and Crocker. The anti-Fab Four.
Paro, please just finish this, Paro.
He's just gonna lose for Hitchens again. On Zuffa.
On Zuffa. Imagine he cleans up the IBF at 147 and then goes to beat Hitchens at Zuffa.
I would send him flowers or something.
Oh my god. I would petition the Boxing Hall of Fame to induct him immediately.
Yeah. That rematch is gonna be crazy.
No 5 years of inactivity, please.
Nope, we need it now. He's gotten rid of everyone I hate. What's next?
Let's see here. Really quickly,
Yeah.
Starbox.
Rockin' Fights.
Yeah, Rockin' Fights 54 by Starboxing. Just some selects. Wendy Toussaint gets a majority draw over Miguel Hernandez. And Isaiah Flaherty gets the UD over Mickey Scala. That's the only fight that I was really caring about. Mickey, you son of a bitch. You're supposed to be putting Phoenix on the map. Now, do we want to skip and do the Zuffa really quick, or get the Zuffa out of the way faster, or do we want to go straight into...
Let's go. We're not doing... we can ignore Zuffa as long as possible. That can be like the come down.
All right. So, Matchroom and Top Rank collab on DAZN out of the Barclays Center. In the prelims, we had... that was worth mentioning. Juanma Lopez. I think he's the... Is he a junior?
Is he a junior?
I know he goes by Juanita, but he gets the KO1 over Alberto Motos.
Nice.
And into the main portion, Ben Whitaker stops Richard Rivera in 2. As much as it was really clear that the fight was going in this direction, I still don't agree with when the fight was stopped.
Can Ben just fight someone? Period.
Yeah, somebody worth a damn.
Like, I'm sick of this. Is like he is basically going the Richard Torres path of, upper level amateur-ish, and who like good but not excellent amateur who just Well, let's fight bums until I get a world title fight.
IBF. That's the IBF mantra.
But he's going to the WBC though. This is literally Richard. This is the most Richard Torres thing ever. Richard Torres is ranked in the WBC. That Frank Sanchez just his knee exploded. So, but I'm just, oh my god. Fuck it, Najee Lopez, free us from Ben Whitaker.
Oh, that would be the ultimate showdown. Like the
Najee
guy who,
Lo-
yeah, the guy who grinded his way up, the fucking meat grinder, versus the coronated, anointed Ben Whitaker.
For the record, the main event we're about to talk about is still not fight of the year. Lopez Gallegos is still fight of the year to me. That shit was crazy, but I digress.
Jahai Tucker got a majority decision over Yuri Sedeno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not much to say.
Yeah. Emiliano Vargas, TKO 4 over Bryce Mills. My man was talking about being this time next year, being in, if not a champion, at the very least being in title contention. Does it look like that's in the cards for him?
A 140,
100%.
good luck.
What do you mean, good luck?
I mean, good luck.
That's
good
that's
luck.
happening
If-
probably by the end of the year.
Okay, with who?
Lindolfo, WBO route.
Yeah.
That's IBF, isn't it?
No, Dalton Smith is IBF.
Lindolfo's WBO, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dalton
And then
Smith is
Keyshawn.
WBC.
No, WBC. So who took the IBF after Hitchens then?
Lindolfo.
Lindolfo, yeah, okay.
Well, Shakur's gonna vacate for sure this year.
That's the WBO.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Shakur.
WBO, yeah, okay, yeah, Lindolfo, yeah.
Then that's probably an easier fight for Lindolfo. Well, not
I
easier
was
fight,
gonna
but
say, respect Emiliano Vargas. Dalton Smith can literally slow down time
yeah,
to knock
That's
guys
true.
out. He
that's
can
true,
literally
guys.
slow time. So I know. So that's why I'm like, okay, Keyshawn's blatantly too good for Vargas. Peace and love, right?
Oh, yeah, peace.
We could
Peace and love
all
for that.
agree Keyshawn is way better than Vargas.
Well, Keyshawn's also like 5 years older.
Doesn't matter. He could be 5 years younger and still be way better.
Well, there's room to grow for
Yeah, but I'm
Vargas.
saying if we're doing the world title now, like Dalton Smith and
In the next year, when Vargas'
like-
time frame.
yeah, so like I'm looking at the timeline and I'm like Keyshawn and Smith, not too confident there. But yeah, Lindolfo, yeah. Yep.
Look what I sent. Look what I sent. Lindolfo's ranked number 1. Emiliano's number 2.
Yeah, so it'll be Lindolfo. Yeah, they're very doable.
He's gonna fight Lindolfo.
Extremely doable fight.
I think it's a fight he wins.
No, I'm not disagreeing. That's fair. Sorry,
So
when you
I-
think of like Titleist at 140, I'm like, oh my god, that's actually pretty scary. But no, yeah.
Shakur probably moving up.
Yeah. Or going to
Yeah.
Zuffa and dropping the title.
Yeah, 2 vacants.
Oh my god, I think I might. You know what? Like the sport, something needs to happen if Shakur Hitchens gets made at Zuffa.
Well,
Something must be done there. I just thought it just occurred to me that could happen.
I just saw something really interesting on the welterweight rankings for the WBO.
Uh-oh.
Welterweight, I know it's not really related, but
No,
I
let's
see
it.
that Devin Haney, obviously champion. Keyshawn's ranked number 1. Manny Pacquiao's ranked number 2. Teofimo Lopez ranked number 3. Arnold Barboza is ranked number 4. And Brian Norman Jr., the GOAT, is ranked number 5.
Alexis
What-
Roach is still ranked at welterweight?
Yeah.
How bad is this division?
Dude, look how bad these rankings are. This is horrible.
Hey, nah. Manny Pacquiao totally deserved ranking for, a long-time belt holder taking him to a robbery decision. Do
Well,
not.
but he fought for the WBC, not the WBO.
Don't say the name of that. Don't say the name of that belt holder.
You know what? Manny Pacquiao might just fight fucking Devin Haney at this point. Fuck.
And take him to a decision.
Take him to a
A
decision.
Imagine if it looks like the Broner fight.
Imagine it looks like the fucking Thurman fight.
Oh my god.
He knocks down Haney.
And
First
you know
round.
what? Haney's next fight will be against Mario Barrios and then getting knocked out by Fundora. Too. We can go bar for bar, Thurman.
Maybe that might be Manny Pacquiao's X factor right now, is that everybody has so much respect for him that they won't fight him for the first 6 rounds. And then he cruises to a decision.
Except for Ugas.
Except for Ugas.
Ugas had no respect for that man.
Ugas doesn't even know himself. Ugas type shit.
Ugas.
Anyways, back to Emiliano Vargas. He's going to fight Lindolfo, and I think he's going to win. He's going to be champion.
I think he's ready. If
He's
it wasn't
ready.
If it wasn't Lindolfo, then he's ready to face a champion at this point.
It's also crazy because Oscar Duarte's ranked number 3. And I feel like since they have Lindolfo at 1 and Emiliano at 2, they're going to put one of them. It's a top rank. They're going to put both of them together. Lindolfo has been on their fucking payroll for years now.
Isn't Duarte? Isn't he with Golden Boy?
He's been Golden Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
He gets to have the chair in the corner. All right. Main event. Jaron Ennis stops Xander Zayas in the 7th to claim the WBA, WBO Super Welterweight titles. The corner stepped up and threw the towel in for this one, right? I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Depends. Wait, this is the main, right? It depends on who you consult. There's a certain fighter who's never fought for a world title in his second division now, who is claiming Zayas quit up front. But the official commission result is that the corner and the court, that not only was the corner throwing in the towel, they were basically shoving the commission official and doctor into the ring to stop the fight. So
makes sense.
Yeah, good. Honestly, excellent call on
call.
the corner.
Very good
We
call.
do not see enough of this in boxing. Like when your guy is getting a pasting, but his chin is too tough, he's too tough for his own good, you pull him out. We should not be discouraging this. This is good.
It's the whole point of the corner is to step in when their pride or their ego get in the way. Now, Saul, I know you have a lot to say on this one.
Let's hear it. Oh.
Did you die?
Oh my God, he did die.
Oh.
God damn it. Oh well. He disconnected. Sorry. This fucking guy rage quit as soon as we started talking about his guy.
No, sorry, that's my bad. My shit fucking. Oh, embarrassing. Anyways, can you guys catch me up? I'm so sorry.
It was
You have a lot to
you got a lot
yeah.
to say on the Jaron Ennis Xander Zayas result.
Okay, I do. Did Josh say his piece first? Do I have to whip my dick out first? Ah,
you
fuck.
got it.
Okay. Okay, he's gonna tear my ass up for this one. He's gonna tear me up a whole new one. Okay. You guys ready?
Go for it.
First of all, I'm not gonna put down Boots for beating Zayas. Because after tonight, it proved to me that Zayas belongs in there with the top guys. I'm gonna. You guys agree with me on that part?
Yeah, I agree.
That Zayas. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Both show tremendous heart. Zayas, I gotta give it to Zayas too. I thought he was gonna be out within 4. It looked like that within the first 2 rounds, and then round 3 hit.
Turns out his chin is made out of way more than I thought he could handle.
More than hopes and dreams.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause I was
more-
gonna say, the round 3 does not happen with a guy whose chin isn't made of that. Because that happened, like, Boots getting rocked was right in the middle of Boots giving him, like, a 6-piece combination that would wipe out anyone in, like, anyone from 147 to 160.
Oh yeah,
So, like, let's be
that
real.
was dirty.
That was 3 rounds of brutalizing Zayas, and then Zayas somehow weathered it and caught him. So,
Well,
like,
I
Go
gotta
ahead.
tell you this. Not even that, dude. He got hit. Dude, you guys see those combinations taken to the face? We all
Yeah.
saw that, right? Like
Yeah,
that was fucking
absolutely.
disgusting.
No, like,
And he
It-
weathered that.
I
Fucking
thought, like,
nuts.
when you look at the slow motion, it's not to that extent because Zayas doesn't have the Jim Carrey face muscles, but it's Martin Murray. Martin Murray's the guy that Golovkin punched so hard he started looking like Marcos Maidana.
Yep.
That type of, like, if you look at the slow motion, Zayas is getting hit with that type of just bombs. So, like, huge respect to Zayas for hanging in there and managing to land back. Period.
100%. To my other point, though, I gotta tell you guys this, okay? And I've been very vocal about this. The fact that I'm even saying this about Boots shows how great he is. Because, I mean, this is the only knock I could give him. For the first 3 rounds he's doing good, and then after round 3 he got fucking caught. He got tired. I'll explain more what I mean. But the fact that my only gripe with Boots is this shows how good of a fighter he is. It's a very big problem that other fighters can take advantage of. And I'm going to tell you this. I think after seeing this fight, I genuinely believe that Virgil beats him. I believed it before. Hold up. But I thought it was maybe 50-50. I'm thinking 60-40 now. I'm thinking 60-40 Virgil beats Boots. And the reason I say that... Hold on. Let me explain why. Okay?
This is the conclusion you
Wait,
pull from this fight?
Wait, hold on.
Like,
Let me
brother.
explain. Let me cook. Okay? Boots, fantastic that first round, okay? But he knocked down Zayas, and he rushed to get the KO. Okay? And because of that, he didn't really expect Zayas, at least from what I've seen, it looked like he didn't expect Zayas to be that durable after that knockdown. Until round 3, he started slowing down because he was gassed from going so hard.
To be fair, reasonably, who did? When you saw Zayas go down in the first round, did you think,
No,
he's going to stick around for a while? Like, you don't
no,
think
I didn't
that.
think that either.
Yeah,
I
so-
didn't believe that.
No, usually, the armchair spectator still has a better gauge on things because they're not in there. And
Mhm.
even then, like, we still got blindsided by that. That's what made it an exciting fight. But I think it's kind of ridiculous to say that, Virgil would...
Well, let me finish my point.
Let's finish your
Let me
point.
finish my
I
point.
think it's ridiculous.
Let me finish my point. Hold up. Because I know people are saying, I'm not trying to say that Boots is ass. Because I know some people are trying to say that Boots is a fraud. He's not a fraud. But he got overconfident.
And that's when Zayas started going belt to ass with him, to the point where in round 3, he was on shaky legs. And going into round 4, round 5, parts of round 6, it was competitive. And Zayas on the inside, which I thought at first was kind of, I know how Boots his defense is leaky, but I thought, Zayas wouldn't be fast enough to take care of Boots like that.
Okay.
And so, past round 6, when Boots kind of got his win back, that's when he took care of
round 6.
took care of
he got
business.
Win back in like end of round 4, round 5.
But he really started pressing the action
And
hard.
he started accelerating once he was once again safe to do so. But
In
I
round
don't think
6.
that's get his wind back. I think that's okay. I made that mistake already. Let me take a step back to properly evaluate.
I think I should have worded it differently. You're right. I should have worded it differently.
Yeah, 'cause he was still
But-
beating Zayas' ass. Yeah.
But yeah, he was still belt to ass, but it was a lot more competitive.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think that depending on the ring size with Virgil and Boots, I don't know. It might fucking be a lot harder for Boots than we thought. Because on the inside, that's all Virgil's game. I think he's a terrific inside fighter.
I have some comments.
Okay.
My first one is Virgil is nowhere near as durable as Zayas is. Period. Like,
Well, we didn't know how durable Zayas was.
we didn't know how durable Zayas was. It turns out that Zayas is made of fucking adamantium, right? But we know for a fact how durable Virgil is. We know that he can get caught with his feet together and actually get shook pretty bad by a pretty elementary jab like Boa Chuck. We know that a guy who is significantly less explosive and offensively capable, like Mean Machine, can, actually put some proper dents in him and push him back. But I think the big thing that kind of, calling Virgil a fantastic inside fighter is a little weird because he works best not at long range, but like close to middle range.
Medium range.
Medium range is where he is his best. His arms are pretty long, so that is his close range. But as we saw
at his weight class, though, in his weight class,
but the thing is that Boots
compared to the guys in his weight class.
But the thing is that Boots' optimal range, where he landed the all the knockdowns from, is basically right up to the opponent. Which is
but where was he getting caught at?
Yeah, but I'm saying when he'd step back because he doesn't give a shit. I feel like, to be fair, again, the perception with Zayas is this guy, let's put yourself in Boots' shoes. This guy is some top-ranked bum with no power who has struggled through Europeans. And I'm putting belt to ass on him. I can operate wherever I want. With Virgil, Boots. Notice Boots was using his jab and boxing perfectly, and then once he's estimated the level of his opponent, that's when you get I'm gonna call them fun habits because they make the fight fun.
So how's Boots gonna get when he knocks down Virgil? Apparently, because you're saying he's gonna knock down Virgil.
No, to be fair, Virgil's probably not gonna get up, honestly. But I'm saying he's gonna be. Virgil's probably not getting up, man. Let's be real.
Virgil's gonna put down Boots.
Virgil getting fried cleanly by one of those uppercuts, especially because I will say the only interesting part will be to see if Virgil can mix up his jab. His jab is a wonderful jab that can put guys in one spot, but it is very singular rhythm.
I'm not gonna sit here and call Virgil a three-dimensional fighter.
No,
Okay.
but I'm just saying,
I'm not saying that. But he's very one-dimensional. But
He's
fucking
needed
good at that
to
one-dimension.
adjust. He's had the need to adjust, and instead of making the adjustments that would make the fight easier, he has relied on his intangibles to push him through it.
I
And
gotta
I
say,
think-
if that was Virgil that on Saturday night,
He would have won.
Virgil isn't making it to the point of the third round. Where
How can you say that? We didn't think Zayas, if
We
Zayas
s-
was able to do that. Come on.
Yeah, we didn't know Zayas was made of fucking steel. We have seen Virgil's limits in regards to physicality.
So, when you say it like that, okay,
Like
you're
we've
saying
seen
Zayas
Virgil's
is not. Hold up.
Zayas
what about
was
Karen?
What do you mean?
What about
The
Karen?
one the guy who got on his bike for 24 rounds that Boots.
The
only
guy that got
lost
knocked
two
down
of?
by Patty Donovan, as well.
Yeah.
We know that
But-
he's not as durable as we thought.
To be fair, there's a difference in how he fought those fights.
I was gonna
There's
say
Yeah.
you don't fight Patty Donovan the same way you fight Jaron
Yeah, like
Ennis.
if let's be real, if Karen got on his
That's true.
bike, if he got absolutely on his bike in a 24-by-24 ring like he did with Boots for 12 rounds with Patty Donovan maybe lands 3 punches. But he felt like he had the confidence and probably some pressure from his corner and promoters to actually fight because it's Patty Donovan, and then you fight a style you're not used to. Whatever, there's a difference there, but I'm just saying, Boots probably has, like, Boots' ideal range is where Virgil does not want it to be, because at long range, you can stick a guy and move with a guy and eventually get him on the ropes. Medium range, that's where Virgil wants to be. That's where he kills you. But Boots does his best work, particularly with the uppercuts and shots that guys don't see, right in your face. He will lead you into one. And Virgil's defense and just his MO, which is to come forward and get you on the ropes, is not great for a guy who likes walking you into uppercuts.
I gotta say, dude, I partially disagree with that argument. I agree and disagree.
Like, it's just,
Agree to
I
disagree.
think Virgil, we've seen Virgil get bullied up close twice.
By guys that are also bullies, they fight similar to Virgil.
Yeah, but Boots,
They go. If
Boots-
Virgil's a come forward fighter, you fight another come forward fighter, you're gonna get bullied on the close range as well. There's no shot. You know what I mean?
Well, but then you should, again, it isn't your intangibles that push you through. I think Boots just has too many potential wrinkles. Because again, like the uppercut that he walked Zayas into was a pure boxer's uppercut. That was not like an inside slugger's uppercut.
That was pretty beautiful.
That's
That
what I'm
was pretty
saying.
damn beautiful.
and
I'm
the
not
thing
gonna
is
lie.
that-
I'm getting creamy just thinking about that shit right now.
Like, you don't. That's what I'm saying. That is something that you'll see come in from the outside. Not. He literally switches. Like, it's just that. Like, he has a natural flow. Most guys have a rhythm. Like a car. They go
It's
from
predictable.
They go from first to second to third gear. They have adjustments they can make, but they happen gradually. Like even Crawford, like, you'll see his adjustments happen round to round. When he figures a guy out, it isn't mid-round, it's round to round. And with Boots, it's just, I don't think it's even an IQ thing. It's just a level of fluidity where his hands will be in the right spot at the right time. And that's, for a guy like Virgil, where he's a very well-oiled car, but he's still a car. Once he's in third gear, Boots is going to be able to get into that third gear rhythm and figure something out, just pretty fluidly. Especially, my biggest concern for Virgil, because if they get into a shootout at mid-range, Virgil has a chance, but Virgil is kind of static with his feet and with his hands. He has the same high guard, and his feet are very much shuffling forwards or backwards. There's no.
I agree with the feet. I do agree
I
with the
don't-
feet.
He doesn't
But
have a
the
very
high guard,
fluid
I think he has. I think his high guard is pretty decent. I actually think it's pretty one of the best. Actually, I take that back. I think it's one of the best in boxing.
Yeah, but
Now,
Boots is,
high
Boots
guard
so,
is very it's a very basic defense.
yeah.
But compared to all the other boxers using high guard, I think it's a very smart. He uses it very smartly.
Yeah, it's just.
But he
he
uses it intelligently.
He can cover his body up because of his arm length and everything too. It's just that, like, I don't like the way Boots is. Like, you'll notice most of the shots that like led to knockdowns prior to the knockdown shot, Boots is just hit like you still feel the impact, like glove against your forehead. If you're taking a power shot on it, you're still getting rattled, and that's why I'm like the high guard. Like that's why like Crawford is probably the most interesting Boots fight in like this sort of era, because like Crawford is also that fluid and he's not just gonna let Boots wail on a high guard and break him down.
I guess. But one thing I gotta say about Virgil though, when you guys mentioned the Bohachuk fight, I get it. The 2 knockdowns, I get it, okay? But let me tell you this. That fight too, you also gotta look at the context. The way he was fighting Bohachuk in the first like four rounds and then the last 3, he wasn't fighting like how he's fighting now. I think he improved. In a sense that like, I don't know if you guys remember when he was fucking using that silly ass fucking jab, fucking bouncing around the ring, trying to box, trying to be someone he's not. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I think that gives him more of a chance to catch Boots, though.
Seriously, with fucking dropping
not
your hand.
It's stupid. It's stupid, but if you like the come forward, like you give yourself a lot of room to get walked into something that us as spectators can't even realize. I don't even think Boots knows he's throwing some of these shots until he's throwing them.
No, dude, no, come on. That's kind of glazing to the max. Come on.
No, it happens. Like you don't find like you're looking for a shot, but when it shows, like, especially with how Bozy is, like it's very like you look at Bozy's fighters, they're very much. You're not getting trained in like a pattern to like here's what we're drilling, you know? It's very like you'll see it here, like you'll get the toolbox. You're given the toolbox. It depends on how you use the toolbox. I just think Boots has that fluidity, especially let's consider he's been with the same guy and had the same like training his whole life. To have this sort of toolbox,
I think his best tool is his ability to adjust in certain instances.
Yeah,
better than other fighters. And that may sometimes not, sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he does.
But like the point I'm making, he has the whole toolbox, but like sometimes you just, you don't have the presence of mind to do so. But if your body is built to throw whatever, whenever, you get moments like that uppercut where you think he's just going to keep wailing away with him, especially to the body now that his guard is up, and then, you walk him into an uppercut that usually, like, you're not thinking of in that situation from both sides.
I think if it was Virgil in that ring, I think when Boots was hurt, Virgil would have done the job. Maybe not knocked him out right there, but he would have fucking knocked him down.
I agree. I just don't agree that we get to that point without Virgil being too damaged to follow up.
Well, Virgil is pretty good at recovering. When he gets knocked down, he gets mad. He goes back even harder. You know what? I agree. I agree in the sense that when you're damaged, obviously you're not going to punch as hard, like what we saw with Zayas.
Yeah,
when you get damaged, you don't get that fucking shit back for a while. You don't get that power back.
I just think the Virgil discussion is very like it feels as if like we're just like you're looking for a guy to be Boots' foil, not you specifically. But it's like, in boxing we always seek a storyline, we always seek a super fight. Just naturally, right?
Honestly, if we're gonna be for real, I feel like Boots' foil isn't. If he does have a foil, is going to be another Black American fighter on the rise.
I think Virgil's the urge to find a foil. Like, I feel like in hindsight, people who didn't just hate Crawford or like Spence, like people in the middle, like they wanted to, like, especially if Crawford didn't, if he didn't resign with Top Rank and we had like a normal build up for that fight. it would have been even more clear that Crawford is number one and that we're just looking for a foil. And I feel like it's the same with Boots, where like you're looking for a foil because the reality that he's all that is a little. So it's just natural psychology of a boxing fan, I guess, because like you see with Usyk beat everyone from his era, and we still get people trying to create boogeymen that he will allegedly duck or not fight.
The Cabello boogeyman.
And like you create, like it's very much on to the next type thing.
Or like the Matthias boogeyman.
Yeah, like or like I mean,
any boogeyman in recent
like
memory, honestly.
But like even any like rivalry, like you try to. Some of them are like actually evenly matched, but a lot of the time there's a guy you do not want to admit. You kind of can't say, okay, we got to wait for him to get old. Really. And I feel like Boots is that guy.
See, the thing is, I have a couple points to say regarding that. Yeah, but when Boots gets old, he's got to be B-Hop. He's got to become B-Hop because his reflexes aren't going to be as good as they are right now, because that's also what's carrying him, too. His reflexes and his movement.
What's kind of ironic is, I'm not going to say movement, but B-Hop's reflexes actually did hold up until the very end, because it was a lot of reflex-based clinching and countering.
But I'm talking more like
no, stylistically,
offense.
I get it. Stylistically, He has to be a lot craftier with his offense instead of
Yeah.
just, hey, I'm better than you, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But I got to tell you this, dude. At least my reasoning for why I'm so adamant on Virgil beating Boots on that, storyline, quote unquote, I guess, is that there's the holes in Boots' game. I think Virgil's one of the only ones in boxing right now that can take advantage of it. I don't see anybody else taking advantage of Boots like Virgil. Okay? Nobody else at 154, like Fundora, maybe just because of height, but that's it.
Well, no, but Fundora's all smoke and mirrors if you really take a look.
Yeah.
So that's it. Like, let's be real. I rewatched the Lubin fight just to be like, okay, you know what? I do like watching Fundora fight. Maybe I'm just being a little too negative because my favorite is at this weight class. And, like, man, Lubin was piecing him up at points. I really can't lie.
Didn't he knock him down?
Yep, in
No, he knocked him
7.
down. Dude, look what he did to his face. Bro, he looked like fucking goofy. As hell.
Going to war with Tim Zhu twice too, like, not the best.
Fundora's face looked fucked up in that fight with Lubin.
So,
Lubin was way worse, but come on.
So I agree. I agree that this fight is a guaranteed shootout between the two like premier offensive engines in the sport. I just think like I hold Boots in that high of regard that, I don't see it as two of the same, but very much a number 1 versus number 2 fight.
I agree and disagree because I don't please don't think I hate fucking Boots.
No, you're
Boots
seeing
is
it
fucking
as 1A,
phenomenal
1B
fighter
because you have that much faith in Virgil's offensive engine. I'm just saying I don't. It's an opinion thing at that point. Whether you see it as 1A, 1B, or 1 and 2.
I see it as 2 and 2.
Point is, these are the two best junior middleweights.
I mean, we can only see when they fight, but I genuinely believe Virgil can take advantage of Boots.
Like,
Boots can 100% take advantage of Virgil as well. So, you could put this any way you want. That's why the fight's so exciting.
It's exciting.
There's so many scenarios.
I think the biggest thing that will end up becoming relevant, whether we like it or not, will be activity.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, though.
Activity might, especially because I'm gonna say, spending all like Boots is always in camp. He doesn't even get like skinny fat. He just doesn't, no fat. on this guy, right?
That guy drinks fucking tuna.
All he posts on social media is going for runs or sparring or hitting mid. Like, this guy has
He's
no
always
life.
at the gym.
But he also, like, his recovery regimen is, like, if you see it costed, it's expensive as fuck. But his recovery's great too. He's not overtraining.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like Virgil, God bless his soul, he spends an uncomfortable amount of the day either on Twitter or playing video games or playing with Funko Pop or playing with Funko Pops like Cletus Selden.
Playing in the Qatar, you know.
So I'm saying, like, he's played, like, everyone's allowed and entitled to their hobbies. I just think, you know, if it's visible to us, how much does it leak into the behind the scenes?
Hey, stranger things happen, guys.
Like, I don't
Stranger
know.
things happen.
Like, I'm not saying it's an Andy Ruiz case, but I'm saying it's very, like, it's not uncommon for a guy to, you know, especially when he's having promotional problems, really indulge his pastimes and kind of, you know, lose that extra bit of sharpness that made them, like, you know, that, you know, it's maybe they come back at 99, 98%, but that percent is what made them great versus just very, very good. Like, Mikey Garcia is the example I'll use. His promotional dispute with Top Rank, you know, he didn't look the same after that.
No.
And I'm not gonna say he looked bad, like as bad as he did with Sandor. I'm saying, you know, he spent 2 years out of the ring and, like, he still looked really, really good, but, you know, washing Lipinets and Broner, those could have been stoppages instead of wide decisions type 1% sharpness.
Can I? Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I know this is, you know, not related to the topic. I just gotta bring this up. I guess Ennis is not fighting Vendora.
I did see that. I did read that as well.
It's just in. Vendora's fighting who?
An Albanian. Vendora's fighting
No
by the
fucking way.
Vendora's fighting a WBC mandatory instead of Ennis. For the record, the WBC does not enforce mandatories unless they are sued. So there's no fucking way. There's no excuse for fighting your shitty mandatory if you have a WBC belt.
Ermal Hadrabey.
There's no fucking... Yeah, we're moving on to this of what's next. What's next for Zayas is... Yeah, back in line, buddy.
Get back. He's got to get back first.
Back in line. Back in line, Madrimov is pretty free eats.
Honestly, with Zayas, I could see him fighting a lot of you know, top 10.
Go Brandon Adams, go Madrimov.
Welterweights.
Pretty free eats.
You know what? You want to say fuck it and fight Bohocek? Go fight Bohocek.
Yeah, like there's... No, I say Brandon Adams for the ranking. You get back in line for the Brandon Adams, you get back in line for the IBF.
That's true. Fight Murtazylov. That's an easy fight to make.
Back in line for the IBF. That's what I'm saying.
Honestly,
back in line because you're not going to get another shot at Boots. Apparently,
I do want to glow a little bit. Oh, sorry, go.
Apparently, he has a rematch clause. It should not happen.
No.
He took a knee.
Not.
He took a knee for a reason.
I'm not saying he took the knee or anything. I'm saying, okay, so Boots already knows everything you can give him. You gave Boots absolutely, like, overachieved everything you have, and he still beat your ass for 6 out of 7 rounds. And your corner threw in the towel to avoid you getting even more of a beating. Let's give Boots another camp at 154 and some more time to really hone in on the things that bothered you.
One thing, I'll tell you this, and I want to gloat, okay? I was right about that knockdown being from a straight punch.
Yeah.
Zayas is getting hit all night with a damn straight.
Yeah,
I just had to point that out.
The jab in the first rounds was like, I didn't even know Boots had that.
Oh yeah, no.
That was crazy. Like the way he came out with that jab, I'm like, damn, he has that.
Like, what the fuck? Lomachenko?
It was just the solid like rod down the middle.
Jaronchenko?
from both stances was like, oh my god, because I know he's a lefty who fights orthodox.
Yeah.
But from both stances, the jab that he could throw down the middle is like, oh,
Damn.
that's yeah, like I didn't know he had that.
No, watching Boots is so much damn fun.
Yeah, like it's not like this is an all-time great jab, but it's like, oh my god, that's another thing to worry about on top of the pile of everything to worry about.
Yeah. Hopefully Zayas comes back from this though. I want to see him again for sure.
Zayas was spared from he's honestly he did overperform. I do want to see him in with I don't want to see him in immediately with the top guys. Like, give me like Brandon Adams. Take a trip to Australia for one of the Sioux.
And you know what, too? I'll tell you this, too. Another thing. Zayas, I got to say it again. He got heart. And
Yeah.
I guarantee he's gained so many fans from this. I can 100%.
Myself included. I didn't
Yeah.
expect him to be as durable, as tenacious as he was.
That Puerto Rican
Yes.
heart.
Yeah, he had a lot of heart. His chin, super tough. He's really tough. Corner saved him from himself. Even if he was kneeling, and then like he saw his corner was gonna pull the plug, and he didn't argue. Like, so that to me is a sign
No.
of being coachable.
And isn't
Yeah,
quitting.
exactly.
It isn't quitting. It's just, dude, like this
Realizing it's over.
Yeah,
your
it's over.
your ass is getting like so like this is.
He was
his
getting
corner
smoked.
saved them.
Yeah.
His corner saved them from something career altering because Boots isn't like, again, this is where the ego we talked about earlier. Boots ain't a guy who will go like, the fake like, ref, step in here. Like,
Mhm.
no, he's just gonna keep caving you in.
He's going to kill you.
Yeah, like,
if he
he's gonna-
can,
he-
he
like-
will.
He's gonna kill
Yeah.
you. He's Mr. Catch a Body. That's the
He's
whole
a real
gimmick.
miscatch body.
So that's why I'm like, okay, it's not, and it wouldn't even be on purpose. He's trying to knock you out. If you just don't get knocked out, he's just gonna keep going.
And another thing too, I know it's kind of weird to bring up, but Zayas also took the loss with humility. I gotta say that you usually see, recently at least, when guys lose, they walk out the ring, they don't even get interviewed anymore.
I don't mind that.
They leave.
I do not mind not interviewing a blatantly concussed guy.
No, I agree. I do agree, but
I
the thing
don't
is,
mind that.
but I agree.
It's a flaw the UFC heavily has, where they'll be like, "Hey, you've just taken 5 years off your life. What's next?"
like
Gonna
recovery.
get back in the gym and get back in the cage and get 5 more years taken off of my life.
Yeah.
Look, but I gotta say that Xander, after the fight, he gave Boots his flowers, and he spoke with humility. Like, yeah, he was the better man tonight. He was fantastic, but I'm gonna come back.
I like it. It's a good spirit. I don't mind guys
exactly.
who make excuses. It means they haven't given up either. But
Exactly.
There's a certain way of handling it that isn't like, because some guys you can tell they've given up, they're done when they're like, yeah, he's better. Here it was very like, Zayas believes he can reach this again someday.
Just he wasn't ready.
He's just got to reach it. I don't think he can, but that's me being a chud because Ennis is that good. Can Zayas,
If he goes to middleweight, he'll dominate.
Oh, I don't know where Adamas is going. He's been talking about Adamas is probably the only guy at 160 I think he doesn't have a shot against.
But Damas is going up, so
Ish. I don't know yet. If he can't get if he's ducking Iglesias, then you're stuck at 160.
I thought that was
buddy.
the fight he was going for.
I know, but then he's like, oh, no one wants to fight me, so I'm gonna stay at 160 on Twitter. So
Iglesias was a little bit too eager.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say Eye of the Tiger was like because Eye of the Tiger, especially now that they're getting a lot more dates both at the casinos and at the Bell Center, because there's a lot. All the artists went on tour last year, but this year there's a lot more free room at Centre Bell. Because there's just less people touring. Yeah, they can fill in a date with Adonis Iglesias. They're going to.
A world title fight.
World title fight between two champs for pretty cheap. Like you're
So
gonna
your guys
feel
too.
that. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, they're gonna. Of course, I have a feeling Iglesias said yes. What do you need? And Adames, like, because I feel like Adames, as much love him to death in the ring because he's very good and very fun. I feel like he kind of likes the everyone's ducking me narrative for himself.
Well, because that makes him look like a boogeyman.
I feel like he enjoys it, and Iglesias
He
is like, you know, everyone's ducking me. Shiraz and Abili don't want to fight me. I'm being blackballed from the world titles at 168. Like the gimmick works great, and then Iglesias is so desperate for an opponent.
Yeah, because then he looks too scary.
Iglesias is fucking terrifying. I do not blame him either. This is not me being like, look at the duck. This is just like, what did you expect? Of course, Iglesias is gonna say, "Yeah, bring
Ask
it."
and you shall receive.
Yeah, like
What did you expect?
Iglesias needs opponents,
And you are a credible one.
and he's got a very solid fan base here in Canada. There are lots of guys, like at least because I'm stationed in Ottawa. There's a bunch of guys I've met here in Ottawa that make the drive whenever Iglesias fights, but only when Iglesias fights. They don't like the Eye of the Tiger cards otherwise. They like it's weird. They don't even know like Beterbiev's name, but Ozzy Iglesias is on their watch list.
Of course.
And these are just like casual like coworkers. This isn't like guys who like boxing. This is guys who like going to events like concerts and stuff. So, yeah, it's a little obvious that Adames would end up. But as for middleweights that Zayas could beat, yeah, Lara is right there. You probably need to blow on him, and he will crumble to dust. He is that old.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what... Yeah, I was going to say, LeBron was still in his first stint with the Cavs when Lara was first fighting for world titles. I'm serious. He's like... LeBron was still on his rookie contract when Lara was first coming on the scene. So, you know... What are we doing at middleweight? But he should go to middleweight. Anyways, let's go to the ugly stepson of the weekend.
All right.
The bastard child.
The last thing. Sunday, June 28th, Zuffa Boxing 8 on Paramount Plus. They finally stepped out. Well, in the U.S., they stepped out of the Meta Apex. The prelims were fine. We're gonna go to the main portion of the card. Kane Sandoval beats Brandon Lee by majority decision. I think Brandon Lee beat himself more than anything.
Oh my god! Good riddance. I've seen. This is the single guy I've seen the most like misplaced hype about in my personal life and online. Like, I was talking about this before the podcast, but he's a boomer bust prospect who is a guaranteed bust. It was just a matter of when. But this is kind of a very sad place to have that bust occur on.
I mean, he practically did before, like, who was it? Pedro Campa, I think it was, that had Brandon Lee on skates.
Yep, and Madeira knocked him down.
So he had already busted for all intents and purposes.
I would have wanted to see at least like if you're a promoter who is, you know, all prospects are investments. I hate to say it. Like, yes, they're people, but they are ultimately investments, and you always want to prospect over an established older guy because of potential. But you would have wanted to cash Brandon Lee out because he is, I'm not going to say regrettably, because he did do a great job on social media building up his fan base, but he has a fan base. You would have wanted to cash it out in something better than Zuffa, but, you know, especially what was it at? This was at 147, but he did fight at 140. He did used to fight at 140.
And with
You
the
could have
time
at least-
off, it wouldn't have been
Yeah.
that big of a move.
Yeah, like you could have gotten a paycheck at with Hitchens, I feel. You know, like if you get past this hurdle and you because he can make 140. He just like he always showed up overly hydrated. Like the gimmick with this guy was always, yeah, I weigh like 143, but I'll weigh in at 140 when I get into the world rankings. And he just didn't get into the world rankings, that is. But that was the whole gimmick with this guy. So I feel like you know, if you maneuver him a bit better, you give him a guy a bit worse on at 140, you really try and make 140, and then you have him fight Hitchens. And at least that's a cash out, because, you know, say what you will about Sandoval, he's not bad. He's the type of guy that, like, you know, the Brits, like if he were Mexican, they'd send him to the UK and he'd win 2 WBA world titles. So it's just a little disappointing, to say the least.
Omar Trinidad gets the UD over Jerwin on Cajas. Nothing for Jerwin to be ashamed of. He put up a hell of a fight. It was just his age was showing, the shop wear was showing. It's obvious that he's very much an established veteran type.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, he's 34 and has been fighting since 2009 at featherweight. So.
And in the main event, Rayo Valenzuela knocks out Edwin De Los Santos in the second.
Hilarious fight. Kind of hilarious fight, hilarious ending, considering what happened in their first meeting. If we recall.
Yep.
The obvious, like, Roy Jones Jr. hit on the ground that De Los Santos committed. Do we think it was as egregious as people are claiming in this fight?
No. Not at all.
I don't think so.
It kind of hit his shoulder. It hit his shoulder. I saw, like, really heavy slowdown, unlike the De Los Santos one where he would have gone through the ropes if he missed. Yeah, good for Rayo though. Rayo is just gonna, I guess, carve up and own Zuffa forever. But
Well,
I don't know what else. Does he
well,
do?
you're gonna own Zuffa with fucking limited competition.
What else does he do?
Fly Floyd
I-
Schofield.
Oh my god.
This little
That
Floyd
would be- that
Schofield
would-
pull out.
Valenzuela Schofield would actually be a great fight.
Yeah.
As for De Los Santos, I don't really care, honestly.
Yeah.
Recycle him with
Yeah.
the other lightweights.
Does Zuffa even keep him, or do they just release him after this?
I'm sure they'll keep him. He's still
Yeah.
a recognizable name.
That's true. I was gonna say, I'm like, man, I've been out on him with since the Shakur fight.
Oh God,
Like, listen.
this does not help.
I'm not a big we throw away fighters based on one performance person, because if that were true, then Shakur Stevenson would be on my forever hate watch for the Nakathalia fight. That fight was fucking dog. Like nobody watched it. There's proof that no one watched him fight Jeremiah Nakathalia, because that fight was fucking terrible. That was worse than the De Los Santos fight. But that being said, how De Los Santos behaved in that fight specifically, being an aggressive guy, just refusing to risk getting punched, basically, that's like I can't forgive that. Like, it was very Rances Barthélemy like.
Okay, no, we're not going to Rances Barthélemy.
It is very Rances Barthélemy like. That
Yeah,
fight
but
was.
fuck Rances.
I know,
Sorry, dude.
that's why I hate De Los Santos for that. Like that, because I'm like, okay, the Nakathalia fight was bad because it was basically, like Shakur just pot-shotted for 12 rounds, and it was like, kind of like it was bad to watch, but like it's no one's fault. That one was directly De Los Santos's fault for refusing to even dream of engaging. Like everyone the low light reel only focuses on Shakur leaping back towards the ropes, but why did De Los Santos not like follow him? There's a second party here, so that's why I'm like, I like Rayo a lot. Rayo's fun, but De Los Santos, like, that's the fact that in the biggest fight of his career, that's what he shows, is like, you can't trust him. I don't know about you guys.
And I agree.
Yeah,
You
same.
can't, like, it's very like Rances Barthélemy actually wasn't perceived as that bad, and he was fighting a world title fight, but he had the fight. You don't even know who he fought. You forget who he fought, right? But you know it's that fight. Robert Easter Jr.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I remember that one now that you say it.
Yeah, that's the fight that, like, because he wasn't that bad. He was pretty, like, yeah, he's a solid guy. He's not great, world champion at a weight class below. And then the Robert Easter fight comes back, and like, you just cannot get behind this guy ever again. Like, as a fan of the sport. And I feel like it's the same way with De Los Santos, where like, I will chuckle a bit that you got knocked out like that on Zuffa for a pack of potato chips. Yeah, I'll chuckle a little bit at that. That's like, it's not, because you know what, if he gave it a go in the first couple rounds, and then Shakur really puts that much of a bit of a masterclass on him that he has to kind of shrink, it's whatever. You at least had the will to be present.
You made some semblance of an effort.
Yeah, but this is the biggest fight of your career, and you put less of an effort. Like, you put no effort into this. Like, I can't. Like, how are we ever supposed to trust you? As, like, fans, as, observers of the sport, how are we? It's really hard to get behind someone after such a, because I've talked about negative fighters, but that is non-fighting. You are just not participating in the sport. So, where he goes next is, I don't really care. I want to see more Rayo, though. He's fun.
Let's keep it rolling, because we still have the previews to get to.
It's slow.
It is, but let's see here. Patreon, if you want to get ad-free and behind-the-scenes stuff, go to lvx.be/Patreon. If you want to join us in the chat, we are talking fights every day. Fucking, sometimes it goes a little off the rails, but on fight nights, it's always about the fights. lvx.be/Discord. The phone line, 833-589-7637. Hit me up in WhatsApp. I want your spiciest takes. What did you think of Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas? 833-LUXPODS. Let's be real. Building or rebuilding credit can feel like trying to open a door that's already locked. You need credit to get credit, right? It's a loop that doesn't make much sense. So, meet Current. It's the key that actually fits into that lock. Current doesn't just help you build your future, it helps you handle your right here and now. Unlike most secured cards that lock your cash away, Current offers a cash advance feature that's available on qualified direct deposits. Because life doesn't wait for your credit score to go up before the card needs a repair or the electric bill needs to be paid, Current loves to give a good head start by putting money back in your pocket. Set up a qualified direct deposit of $200 or more with Current, and you'll get a $100 bonus right to your account. It's $100 just for signing up. No jumping through hoops, no hidden traps, just a path to better credit, cash when you need it, and $100 to kick things off. Go to lvx.be/current and get signed up today, or use referral code LEONARDA798. Think about everything you've done online today. Your private emails, your bank logins, photos that you backed up, and every site that you visited. Now think about how many companies are quietly watching, logging, and selling that information to the highest bidder. In the modern world, your digital footprint is being tracked at every turn. It's time to take back your privacy with the Proton Suite. Most companies offer a single tool and call it security, but Proton is different. It's a complete privacy-centric ecosystem designed to build a fortress around your digital life while having a suite of tools that all work together to ease your digital life. With one subscription, you get a lightning-fast VPN to mask your location, fully encrypted cloud storage for your most important data, and a secure email service that keeps your conversations private. There's also a high-end password manager to ensure you never have to reuse a weak password again. Everything is protected with zero-knowledge encryption, which means only you have the keys. Not even Proton can see what's inside your stuff. Stop being the product and start being the owner of your data. Go to lvx.be/proton and get your first month free when you sign up with our link. lvx.be/proton. All right. Previews are light again. Really quickly, Sunday, July 12th, top tier boxing on DAZN. There is a whole bunch of shit going on this card. There's nothing else this weekend. There's very little this weekend. So, make peace with this, because that is almost as good as it gets.
Yeah. I mean, we have the.
Go on.
I was gonna say we're gonna have the crowning of the next generation of heavyweight champion.
We are Saturday, July 11th, IBA Pro 19 at the VTB Arena in Moscow. We have 2 fights on, this is just the main 3. Murad Khalidov versus Arslan Yalyaev, and Artem Suslenkov versus Joe Joyce. Imagine that shit. He's back.
Man, Joe Joyce is being fed to an IBA prospect. How the mighty have fallen.
The mighty.
That's
Joe Joyce was rather mighty. It was just.
That's true. He took out
4
a
years
current
ago.
champion right now. He has taken out a current champion. So
It was just 4 years ago that he was mighty. But he was mighty once. And now he's being fed to a IBA prospect.
the Zhilei Zhang experience.
Oh, man.
and main event. Murat Gassiev, the WBA heavyweight champion, versus Tony Yoka.
Oh my god. Gassiev. Finally, Gassiev does something. We've been poking him with a stick for 8 years.
Is that how long it's been since the WBSS?
2018
Jesus.
was when he fought Usyk. In 1 month, it will have been 8 years since he fought Usyk. And then since then, we've been poking him with a stick to do anything. And we're finally at it. He will hopefully beat Tony Yoka, because if I have to say the words Tony Yoka Heavyweight World Championship, I may quit this podcast.
Tony Yoka heavyweight champion before.
Either one getting a heavyweight belt before Virgil even steps in the ring for a world title fight is comical. It's really funny. You know? But, you know, I don't know what Saul has to say about that.
I'm like, hearing you react is making me want to fucking laugh like crazy. Because, are you fucking kidding me that in the big 2026, we're getting this fucking fight? If you had told me 2 years ago that I'd be seeing Gassiev and Tony Yoka fight for a belt, one of Usyk's belts, no less, and Usyk is vacating because he lost to a fucking, well, not lost, but looked horrible against a fucking kickboxer.
Exposed by a kickboxer?
Exactly, yeah. I got exposed by a kickboxer, but I call you fucking stupid.
Oh my god. I need Gassiev. I need Gassiev to win by highlight knockout. I just can't. I cannot do it with Tony Yoka being champ. The guy who chose to be suspended for a year instead of take a single drug test is real. Like, I can't do this.
We don't want this.
It can't be. It cannot happen. I think
You can't keep getting away with this.
I think Yoka and Joe Joyce should lose and then fight each other, and then retire.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yoka's 34. He's closer to retirement than you think.
Yeah, but then I gotta retire after they become champ, though.
He's not becoming champ. He's not becoming champ. It's not happening.
He
I cannot
catches
live in a
up
world-
against AJ.
Boxing hates us.
I cannot live in a world where Dave Allen fought a world champion.
That would be pretty fucking funny, though.
Imagine
Imagine they do the rematch and Dave Allen wins.
It's possible.
That's kind of fun.
It's possible. Don't do this to me.
At one point, Dave Allen could have fought Usyk.
Dave Allen probably could have fought Anthony Joshua.
I can't believe our listeners thought we would give him 2 weeks without a Dave Allen mention.
No, I'm so glad he came out of retirement after Usyk knocked him out in sparring. It's a real thing. He was actually asleep. I'm so glad he came back. It makes me so happy he came back. He sucks so bad. I love it. I love heavyweights. But you know what? That's the level of boxing we have this weekend overall. So actually, we talked about top tier. Not
We
really,
did.
it's light. Yeah, it's light.
It's a
but
light weekend.
go for a walk Sunday. Go-
Yeah, seriously, you don't need to be spending your time on top tier. Chances
So I was
are
gonna say,
we're
like-
not going to recap it.
Like the IBA card, cool. Heavyweight champions, just heavyweights. They're fun. It'll be fun. There'll be some knockouts on this card. Whatever. I just can't do the other one. I can't. It's like Sunday's light. You should go for a walk. You know, hug some family members.
Take your dog out.
Yeah.
Go for a run.
Yeah. Go fight a homeless person. Like, dude, boxing. Make your own boxing. Like, that's allegedly make on Roblox and Minecraft.
Well, that's all we got. We are heading into IBA Pro 19 weekend, but we're still glowing in Jaron Ennis's victory over Xander Zayas. Parting words.
Let's go, Virgil. Let's go, Schofield.
Oh my God.
My classic motto.
Call the number and tell Saul that Virgil will never win a world title.
How about you come on here to beat me yourself, you fucking bitch? I know, and you know who I'm talking to. My arch nemesis.
The fat one or the other one?
No, the other one.
The other one.
The one that was too scared to bait me over Berlanga.
Oh my God.
The big one's my friend.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm watching the fat one talk about Errol Spence in the year 2026. Anyways.
All right. That is it for this edition of the Boxing B-Sides. We will see you on the other side of Tony Yoka champ before Virgil. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen.
Please, please, please! I can't have it happen. Oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself if it happens. I can't. Genuinely, just that. I think that is the one of my potential last straws that I just can't deal with.
Why should a boxing fan watch MMA?
Okay, here's my pitch. The reason that a boxing fan would consider watching MMA in the year of our Lord 2026 is that MMA is cheaper and more accessible than it's ever been in its lifetime. Our biggest organization, the UFC, has done away with pay-per-views. It's now just like a $15 a month payment to Paramount Plus, and you get 40 plus fight cards a year. And it's not just the UFC. You have organizations like ONE FC and Ryzen that put stuff directly on YouTube for free to watch. And you're able to see a wide variety of high level skills. Like, this is not just like amateur hour shit, unless we're talking about the heavyweight division, but boxing fans can relate to the gap of skill there. These are some of the most talented athletes in the world, and they're fighting, especially if I can point out the Muay Thai stuff that happens in ONE FC, it's phenomenal. Another reason that a boxing fan would want to jump in now is that I think, unlike a lot of the cards you're used to watching in boxing, MMA cards are worth watching from the start. Like, you don't have to wait until the co-main to see something that isn't complete nerd shit. Most of the times you're seeing, even if it's a lower skill ceiling, you're still seeing fights that are exciting and compelling to watch. We just came off the backs of UFC 327, and that card top to bottom was like absolutely stacked. So great example. You can watch the whole thing for, in bits and pieces or from start to finish in Paramount Plus right now if you subscribe. So Paramount, give us some money. We're doing marketing for you. So that would be my pitch.
Perfect. If you do decide to give MMA a shot, then why don't you check out Ultimate Effin' Casuals? It's kind of the same format. We talk the fights that happened the past weekend and then the stuff coming up this weekend. Give it a shot. It's Ultimate Effin' Casuals.